Is this album tour worthy? It's February 22nd and I'm reviewing The Fall Off by J. Cole. Let's take this track by track. The song 26 was cool. I love the flow. I like the lines, the beat, but it's reminiscent of Drake. Or did Drake steal from J. Cole? Or are they still just buddy-buddy? I don't believe his hardness. Just because you grew up in a hard environment doesn't make you as hard as the environment. I don't believe you're gangster, but I like the song. I love the song Safety. It made me long for Lupe, and I have heard that people say this is an album that's an ode to hip hop. And so there's definitely different chapters where, yeah, I get that. I feel that. I appreciated the different forms of safety: mental, savings, financial, friendship safety, mental well-being, health. It had good messages about treating people from different backgrounds with love and kindness. The song Run a Train, it wasn't quite cohesive to me, but this is the clearest that I have ever understood and heard Future. I understood what he was saying here. Poor Thing had a boozy sample. The beat was top tier. The second half of this song with the wailing, the pianos, and the grievances being aired out was very interesting. Legacy was cool. I like how he weaved in the eras of history and art, modern and contemporary, and how he's looking for an old lost love. Prince Road Blues was interesting. Tim's voice was butter. It was great, but I hated the Usher sample done by Future. It was unnecessary. It was awkward. It always confuses me when conscious rappers link up with Future. I don't really feel like adding Future or adds any dimension to your own image. You can do that alone. You can be a play gangster. You can be suburban. You can be conscious by yourself. I don't know. I was stuck on this album, and it took me so long to review it because I was stuck on this song, Who TF Is You? I love it. This song is so much fun. I bump it every day. But this seems to be maybe the one or two bops, jams, that I could really see on tour. I can't see a tour being made from this album yet. Back to the song. The song was so great. That beat switch up was crisp and juicy and tough. His flow on this song is also like Eminem driven, like that cadence there. This album, I feel like he took a lot from Atlanta, and he has a track called The Ville, but it just confuses me that he's talking about the Ville, but he's sampling Atlanta rappers, Outkast, the Elevator song, and then has Erykah Badu on it. And when I tell you I love Erykah Badu, but I hate this song. I hate it. The Fall Off is cool. Backward storytelling, whoa. Song 39, J. Cole is beginning to sing, and he sounds like Miguel. Like his tone, the aesthetics, the sound of this song is Miguel-esque. And Miguel just came out with a new album. Okay, actually not just, maybe 2 months ago, called Chaos. It's pretty good. And if you listen to it, it sounds like J. Cole singing. Okay, J. Cole isn't like that level of singing, but the tone definitely, I was like, oh, he got Miguel as a feature again. No. And then there were some parts, I'm sure it was intentional, but it didn't seem purposeful, where I couldn't hear him. It was very hard to decipher what he was singing or saying on this track. I like the song Lonely at the top. It reminded me of Let Nas Down. It made some good points of how in order to be the best, you have to surpass the master. And in a way, it was a respectful diss, or even just paying homage to rappers that came before him. He learned from them. He's up here now, in his opinion. Bombs in the Village was all over the place from what I remember. The Let Out was not fun. Now I understand things happen at a let out after the club, people are a little tipsy, whatever, but in general, the Let Out is upbeat. And after having a song called The Let Out, previously done by, I believe it's Jadena, that song is amazing. It is fun. This was just depressing and off key. It just was not fun. The song Drum and Bass reminded me of spoken word or a poetry slam. It was pretty good. We have Old Dog, and here I am proud to say he features somebody from North Carolina, Petey Pablo. Petey Pablo was the man. When I tell you, my family loved Petey Pablo. Petey Pablo is a North Carolina treasure. This beat is fresh, but once again, it harkens back to Atlanta as you are paying tribute to North Carolina, because I'm getting the money, clothes, cars and clothes 24's reference from T.I. And after listening to this album, I'm like, he really is trying to put the Ville on. And I'm just like, what does the Ville have to offer the people besides you and Petey Pablo? Tell us, is there some interesting food? Is there an actual style of rap music that's coming out? I understand your pride of the Ville, but you're still not telling me why you have pride in this place. Yes, it's the place where you grew up, but tell us, if we were to visit, what should we look forward to? There's a lot of Southern songs talking about the cornbread, the hospitality, heck, even the ladies. I don't know. The scenery, the beaches. Or maybe that's the point. Maybe there's nothing. And that's why he's saying how hard it was and how hard he is because he came from a place that has nothing to offer. I don't know. I'm not dissing y'all Ville folks. I really ain't. I'm just trying to tell me more. The song Only You was one for the ladies. I like this track. It was very light. It was airy, light voice, light flow. The guitar was great. It was very dreamlike. And I like the layered vocals from Burna Boy at the end. Ooh, and I like the female MC at the end. The next one was Never Woulda Made It, and I do not like the interpolation of this song. It just was off. It was flat. The key was odd. And the front half of this, you know what? I think I hate it, actually. And I will say I like the pre-chorus. I like the nursery rhyme flow and rhythm of the words there. Then 2 songs passed. I don't remember what they were. The song What If? I appreciate that J. Cole is talking about different topics here. He's talking about loss and grief of loved ones and friends. And only criticism I would say is that the singer was a little bit off and unnecessary and awkward. Quick Stop was okay. It was okay. I think J. Cole was very intense at the end, and then he was singing, and that singing at the end was a no for me, dog. Sorry, my lights turned off, but I know I seem nitpicky about the album, but his flow and his words and his poetry were great. But I just don't see people standing up the whole time during this type of tour. I don't even have songs that I might sway back and forth to. I don't have sticky lyrics that I can hold on to. This tour would be for his diehard fans that hang on every word. So I hope they turn out. But like I said, I understand what he's doing here. I appreciate the lyricism. This is where you can tell there's a difference between an artist and a rapper or just someone who plays in hip hop. I'll probably take 3 tracks from this album and add it to my playlist, but after that, I can't see myself wanting to pick it up again. I do want to know your insights on this album, so please leave a comment below.